Hey, what's up guys? It's me, your boy Juan Pablo from 100% Finance at 100%finance.com. Mr. Cash Flow, Mr. Passive Income, Mr. Credit Repair Business Credit, the people's mentor. I got what you need to succeed. Welcome. Thanks for joining my channel. My name is Juan Pablo. If you don't know me by now, I'm a full-time real estate investor and online entrepreneur, helping provide you with the tools that you need to succeed financially. So this video is all about using hard money to get some rentals in your portfolio, because my goal for you of 2016 is to have at least one rental unit in your portfolio or some sort of increase in your passive income in your portfolio by the end of this year, December 31st, 2016. Because I want you guys to get financially free. In order to do so, you need passive income that exceeds your living expenses. So I'm going to talk like a little tidbit on how you can get some more passive income in your portfolio by following a simple process, and more of this is discussed in detail in our new real estate product. It's called the ATM, the Automated Transaction Machine. So I'm going to give you a little snippet of some of the content that we have, the instructions that we have to help you get some passive income in your portfolio. Got it? Good. Hard money. That's the first thing, right? What is hard money? You can use hard money to leverage yourself into some income producing assets like real properties. You know, in order to apply the buy and hold strategy, because that's what gets you to financial freedom quicker, is buy and hold it. So hard money is pretty much a lender in your area, most of them are local, and they'll be willing to give you money to buy the property, fix it up, and perhaps even cover closing costs if you do it right, if you buy it right, because that's when you make money, when you buy, right? So you want to make sure you do this correctly. Hard money lenders, they are called hard money for a reason. Why? Because it's hard to borrow money from them because their terms are hard. It's not like going to a conventional bank, conventional mortgage, I should say, where you're getting a 5% interest rate or getting amortized over 20 to 30 years and so forth, low points, maybe a point or two. But with hard money, it's higher than that. The terms are a lot harder. 15% interest rates in some cases. A range maybe 12 to 18%. And interest-only payments. Plus, you might have to pay points. A point is 1% of the loan amount that you borrow. So if you borrow $100,000 and you owe 3 points, 1% of $100,000 is 1,000 times 3. That's $3,000 on top of what you have to pay that you already borrowed, plus interest. So it really adds up. You know, so the benefit is, oftentimes in some markets, some hard money lenders will be willing to lend you all the money that's necessary to buy it, fix it up, and even close on the property without it requiring a down payment. Yes, some of you might be thinking, oh well, my market, I actually did the research and they require 20% down payment. Alright, that happens in some markets, but as I suggest in the ebook, you might have to reach out to more than one. That's what I did. You think I just went to one hard money lender and they said no, that I just stopped in my tracks and just said, oh well, I guess it doesn't work. No! I kept finding and looking for someone who would be willing to do the deal the way I wanted to do the deal. For one, someone that actually, you know, I qualified for, and for two, they had the most attractive terms. And if it still didn't work, I worked on improving my own financial situation, like enrolling in credit repair and so forth, things that we offer at 100% Finance. So make sure you check that out. It's all about making yourself pretty. But it's all about, as well as not just getting the first no. You might have to go to a couple different hard money lenders, which we teach in the ebook. And then if you reach out to just say 20 and they all say, you know what, we require 20% down payment, then you have to get that from a partner. Or you get that from your money team, your business credit cards. You still find a way to do the deal. Alright? So let's say, for example, you actually found a hard money lender who was able to give you the money to buy and fix up the property and not requiring a down payment, which is the 100% Finance way. That's what we're all about in 100% Finance. You're getting an income producing asset with little to none of your own money required. Again, they might say it takes money to make money, but it doesn't have to be your money. It could be someone else's. It could be from a business credit card. It can be from a partner and so forth, a hard money lender. You catch my drift, right? So let's say, for example, you got a hard money lender, gave you a proof of funds, and now you're ready to, you know, throw the bait out there and find a deal. You know, you use that proof of funds letter as bait. So let's say that you actually found a deal. Now this is the kind of math you need to do to structure it so that you make sure that when it's time to utilize your extra strategy, which is the buy and hold strategy, that you're able to make money off it, right? So this is the math right here. We're on the second part right here. The math is pretty much you have to be able to buy it, which is the purchase, plus the rehab amount, and what I like to add in there too is the closing costs, because I want to get this thing 100% financed, right? And it equals, let's say, 65% of the ARV, which is the after repair value. Okay, so I've done plenty of deals like this where I had to buy it, rehab it. Oops, forgot the B. Sorry guys, it's kind of loud, but who cares? Buy it and rehab it and close on that 65% of what it'll be worth. That's the kind of math you need to do. And I've done deals like that. Some people say, oh, it's impossible. All the naysayers say that. Well, I'm living proof that I actually bought a property, got the rehab costs, closing costs, all factored into the deal. In fact, I even walked away from the closing table with $1,100 in my pocket, simply because I bought it way under 65% ARV. And my hard money lender said, hey Juan, do you want the rest of this? I said, yeah, give me that check at closing. And I didn't put no earnest money deposit down or anything. That's the result of me working with A, a motivated seller, and B, a hard money lender. So you can do these deals. And with real estate investing, it's a numbers game. You have to understand that. So you might not get your first deal, your second deal. It might not be the third contact or your fourth mailing campaign. You might have to go through a lot of different deals to be able to find that gold mine. All right, but guess what? It's worth it in the end, okay? That's a little caveat for you guys, but let's get back to the math. So let's use $100,000 as the ARV just to make it easy, right? So let's say your ARV is $100,000. So that means after this house is fixed up and pretty, it'll be worth $100K. That will be the appraised value, okay? So your goal is to factor in the buy, the purchase price, the rehab, and the closing costs to be $65,000, because 65% of $100,000 is $65,000. So let's say you're able to buy it for, let's say you're able to buy it for $25,000. Okay, and let's say the closing cost is $5,000. So we're at 30, and the rehab is also is $35,000. Okay, so if you add all this up, that's 30 plus 35, that equals $65,000. That's your all-in cost, and that's your ARV right here. So this works for the hard money model. That works, okay? So your job is to be able to buy it, fix it up, and close at $65,000. And if you work with a hard money lender that doesn't require a down payment, then you got this property 100% finance. So who cares if the interest rate's through the roof? Who cares if it has a lot of points? Because if they're able to give you 100% of the money, and which you can profit off of, then it's a great deal, right? You just have to make sure that you do your research in the beginning, that you know what the rent will be once it's fixed up and pretty as well. Okay, so you have to factor that in. Okay, so you have to do your cash flow analysis, which we discuss in detail on the ATM when we talk about the buy and hold strategy. All right, so make sure you get a copy of that ebook, audiobook package. That includes a community, a Facebook group, as well as group calls for Q&A. All right, so let's say you bought it for 25, fixed it up for 35, 5,000 to close, $65,000 all in, and the hard money lender said, all right, since you're 65% of the ARV, I'll give you 100% of the money. 100% financing, baby! So you can do the deal. I know you're like, hey, Juan Paul, what's up with all these emotional outbursts? I just get excited about doing deals. That's one of the things I love doing. I have an affinity for not just real estate, but the deal process. It's just exciting to me. And I've always been a numbers guy, a math guy, and I just like making money. And I like teaching people to do the same. All right, so if you're able to do this, now you got to make sure that you qualify for a mortgage, a conventional mortgage, because you're going to have to refinance. This is the next part, a cash out refinance. You have to be able to refi, in other words, yourself out of that hard money, because the hard money is temporary financing. The hard money lender says, yeah, I'll lend you the $65,000 at 15% interest rate with 3 points. However, I want my money back in a year's time. So you're just going to be paying me holding costs in the interim, so you have to factor in the holding costs. You're going to be paying me holding costs, to the hard money lender, to an insurance company, for utilities, for taxes. So factor all those holding costs as well into your cash flow analysis. But the hard money lenders will say, all right, I'll lend you this money. You're going to be paying me this money, you know, the interest and stuff during the interim. But in a year's time, I want my principal back in full. Because this whole $65,000, you're going to have to pay the hard money lender back. Plus points. And again, plus interest during the intro. All right, and again, it's called hard money for a reason. But it's good money if it's able to get you into a deal without bringing any down payment to the table. All right? So you want to make sure you contact the mortgage broker with a conventional mortgage so you can exit out of it. Okay? And we're talking about for the purposes of buy and holding. This is our exit strategy for this video. There's more than one exit strategy. As discussed in the ATM, we talk about wholesale. Because you can wholesale a deal like this. You can flip a deal like this. We also talk about lease options. We also talk about owner financing. We also talk about managing this property. So many different exit strategies depending on the terms and the needs of the seller are all discussed in the ATM. All right, but for the purpose of this video, again, to reiterate, it's about buy and hold. Okay, so I'm going to focus on that strategy. We'll talk about the other stuff and the bootcamp costs, which are coming. So make sure you go to our webpage, 100finance.com, and go to the ebooks page, look at the ATM, and you'll see the bootcamp details there. So you want to make sure you sign up and join before the bootcamp expires, okay? So do that now after watching this video. So back to what I was saying. So you go to the mortgage broker, and the mortgage broker says, okay, the appraised value is $100,000. You know, after it's fixed up, and you have a tenant in there. So the mortgage broker will say, all right, we'll give you 80% of the appraised value as a cash out refinance minus what? The debt you already own on this property. The hard money lender already put a lien on it. First position. So you have to refinance the hard money lender out. Alright? And if it sounds like Chinese, just watch this video over again and buy our ATM so we can go in it in detail and join our group calls. Because you'll be speaking with me. And we'll go over the math. We'll do live case studies, especially deals that I've already done. And I have done more than one, than two, than three different hard money lender deals. Alright? Hard money deals, I should say. So the bank will say, I'm just going to label this as the bank. The bank will say, we'll give you 80% of the ARV minus debt that you currently own on it. You know, a lien, I should say. So just say lien for that. So the bank will give you, just doing some more math, 80% of 100K minus the debt we already own it is 65K right here, the hard money lender, minus 65K, which is, the bank will give you 80,000 minus 65,000, which equals 15,000. So the bank will refinance you out the hard money lender deal. So you have to keep in mind that you might have been paying the hard money lender 15% interest and 3 points, but now the bank says, you know what, we're going to charge you just 2 points, and the interest rate dropped down to 5%. So you have to make sure you do the cash flow analysis, which I'm not discussing in this video. That's another part to this. Again, it's in the ATM, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just showing you the math so you can get into this property, okay, for the buy and hold strategy. So with the cash out refinance, instead of flipping it, that's why I prefer buy and hold over the flipping, because I still get to pull some money out. Again, it's a cash out refinance. So you're pulling the equity out and you're refinancing into better terms. So you're pulling out $15,000, and guess what? It's considered to be debt. It's debt. And if it's debt, you don't pay any capital gains on debt. So it's like the bank is giving you 15 G's at 5% interest rate in amortized over 20 to 30 years. The terms are great. Again, I get excited over some good deals. So now you're walking around with $15,000 that you can use towards your next deal so you can get more passive income in your portfolio. So you just wash, rinse, and repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat the process over and over and over until you have a plethora, nice word, right? A plethora of properties, cash flowing properties in your portfolio. And you can do this day in and day out. So you walk out with $15,000 cash, it's a loan, you don't got to pay no taxes on that. And then if you did the math right, in regard to the cash flow analysis, you're actually cash flowing because you have a tenant in there. Beautiful! That's why it's important to have pretty looking credit, that Holly Berry credit. If you don't have Holly Berry credit, I suggest you sign up with us go to 100%finance.com, click on Fix My Credit, and we'll give you the free consultation that you need to get perfect Halle Berry looking credit. Because we want your credit looking pretty so you can get the best financing that you can for your real estate investing business. Alright, so that's pretty much the math. You do the refinance. And the ATM, I have to say it one more time, it's a great product. It comes with some audiobook instruction, it comes with boot camp calls, and it comes with monthly to every other month calls in regard to Q&A you may have, instructions, and we go over live case studies. And if you can't wait to the group calls, we also have a closed exclusive Facebook group in which you can ask your question or put your deals on there so we can give you that unbiased feedback that you need. So you can have another set of eyes on your deal to minimize the mistakes that you will make. That's the point of having a mentor. It's the cheat code to success. You know what I'm saying? And why not use us as your mentors at 100% Finance? Because we want to be your guide to financial freedom. So go get the ATM. Again, you go to www.100%finance.com, go to our ebooks page, and then click on the ATM. Again, we have a special discount code and special prices for a limited time, and our group calls are monthly boot camp calls, I should say. Because we're having boot camp calls, then they'll switch to the group calls. The boot camp calls are more in depth, at least 2 hours in length. So make sure you go there now and sign up and use the coupon code I love 100 PF. It's a limited time only, so don't hit me up a year from now. This video was created February 16, 2016, so don't hit me up weeks or months later and say, hey, this coupon code is not working. Well, yeah, it's not working because it expired. Alright? So make sure you take advantage of this special offer now. So you can join the group calls, join the boot camp calls, listen to the audio, get the ebook for our resources guide so you see a list of all the resources, all the extra strategies that we use, how to use VAs, how to use a CRM system, you know, how you can get money in your portfolio and not demanding too much of your time. Because that's what it's all about, automating yourself to success. That's what the ATM stands for, automated transaction machine. So any deal that comes your way that falls in your lap, you'll be that somewhat of an engineer, a transactional engineer is what they call it. So you can make money off any deal. Over leverage? No problem. I'll use this extra strategy. Underwater? No problem. I'll use this other strategy. Great equity? No problem. I can use 3 different strategies. Oh, I don't qualify for financing because my credit's not pretty yet? No problem. I can still make money off this deal by utilizing a specific extra strategy outlined in the ATM. So I suggest, guys, go copy it, go get it, so you can get some passive income in your portfolio. So Juan Pablo, as always, this is to your success. Earn passively, live passionately. By the way, one last thing, we'll be in New York City March 12th, and we'll be in Atlanta March 1st. Make sure you go to our 100%finance.com/events webpage to learn more. Sign up so we can get a head count to know how many seating we need, how many pamphlets we need, and so forth. So make sure you go to that webpage right now because we want to see you guys in person. I know you see me on the internet. I know you might hear my voice on the podcast, the 100% Finance podcast, or see us on Instagram at 100% Finance. I know you might see us on all these different social media platforms, but the best way to be social is in person. So get off your butt, get out the house, make that drive, and come chill with the 100% Finance team. I look forward to seeing you guys. Alright, again, earn passively, live passionately. Peace! Make that wake up whenever you feel like the money. Woo! I love 100 PF, baby.